Welcome back to Clay Pigeon. This race has classic written all over it. There's great talent at the front, great talent further back too. Harrison Collins and Jez Williams from Archie Walker and Dan Armstrong. Will Walker and Ethan Leader from Callum Boyson and Archie Kitching. Harry Reynolds and Jordan Morris in the top 10. But look at the talent further back. Tristan Rennie and Matthew Higgins sharing the 7th row. Amelia Nelson's in there. She's making great progress. Harley Horton and Matty Hingley outside the top 10 too. Lincoln Bailey Arneson could be one to watch. Sam Gornall is all the way back in 24th on the grid. Kieran Kay came through from the B final. This is going to be a magnificent race. Here we go to the first corner, and the drivers dicing their way through early doors. Archie Walker cuts through into second place. Very early doors indeed for the Argenti Motorsport team as they crack through the S's for the first time. This is going to be an absolute ding-dong. Straight out in front, the leading two got away, and we've got an incident on the run to Hans Hairpin. So 2 karts involved, that's the 91 already, that's Jack Meakin. So Meakin's gone, looks like we've got one of the Dan Holland Racing karts involved as well. So already a bit of a cluster into the Hans Hairpin, and it's all gone wrong as trying to recover from a bad start. Matty Hingley has forced his way up the order. Nicely done there for the Ultimate R driver. And Archie Walker, solid and smooth in second, ahead of Jez Williams, behind Harrison Collins, of course. Then it's Walker, Leader, Boyson, Kitching, Reynolds, Higgins, Tristan Rennie already up into 10th place. Willis and Horton already coming up 5, and Hinchley's up 7 places. Great starts. Amelia Nelson still hustling in the midfield there as well, ahead of Rito Kamata and Jordan Morris. So this is for second place. Walker trying to get away from Williams. Jez Williams, a serial Junior Rotax winner. Let's see if he's got the opportunity to get the run on Archie Walker. Walker doing double duty in 2020. He's in X30 as many times as he's in Rotax these days. But this is going to be a fascinating race as he holds off Jez Williams, who bangs in the fastest lap, and that's a great move from Archie Kitching. He gets through on the inside there to the right-hander, and he's battling away nicely with Callum Boyson. It's incredible to think that half of these stars are now front runners in Junior Max. It wasn't that long ago that they were cutting their teeth in Mini Max. So Williams now in front of Walker. Didn't see where he made the move. That must have been in Hans Hairpin, but he's bolted into second place and got away. So Jez Williams clearly with the pace after that fastest lap. So it's a great start for Collins. He is now in front of Williams and Walker. William Walker going well there in 4th position in front of Callum Boyson. So the battle continues on its way. And Kitching is in P6 ahead of Higgins, Leader, Rennie and Reynolds. Sliding through the S's, you've got so much drama already. Matthew Higgins has just set the fastest lap of the race, and he's up to 7th position. What a start from him, from 14th. He's gone halfway through the field already, Matthew Higgins. So watch out for the number 75 in this race. He is just picking them off one by one. So across the line once again. End of the 4th lap. Collins, Williams, the 2 Walkers. Archie in front, and that is the move from Higgins. He gets through. An absolutely terrific overtake, and another fastest lap as he makes mincemeat of Archie Kitching through the hairpin. He really is absolutely bolting his way through. Some drivers, when they've had a difficult race beforehand, a difficult pre-final, it just fires you up. You get the red mist and you drive a few tenths of a second quicker per lap than you would have done if you were at the front. It just motivates you, it spurs you on to find that little bit extra, and that seems to be what Matthew Higgins is channeling right now. He could well make the podium the way this is playing out. Nice move there from Callum Boyson as he dances up the inside of William Walker. And that puts him into 4th place. Another fastest lap from Higgins, though. That's a 34.6. He's a good 1 to 2 tenths of a second quicker than everybody. Here's the move again from Boyson. Dives on the inside of Will Walker. But he does the right thing here. He holds station on the inside line. There's no undercut for William Walker because there's none given. So it's very nicely handled there from Boyson. So often you get the move on the inside of the right-hander into that second hairpin. Billy's blind, and you leave the door wide open just because it happens to let the kart drift away. Tristan Rennie, new fastest lap. There's the 13 and Matty Hingley, now in Argenti colours. He was an Ultimate R family driver all the way. Now, of course, he is carrying the Argenti colours. So it'll be fantastic to see what he can do as he charges his way forward, and that's a nice overtaking move on the inside line there from Jamie Perrelli, who again is charging forward. And several drivers from that B final that are cutting the mustard now. We've got Kay, Perrelli, Russell and Harry Rowett, who have all come through from the B final, and they're making good moves. Matthew Higgins now up to 5th, as we know, sets another new fastest lap, 34.45. Still 2 tenths of a second quicker than everybody, and that's Hingley on the inside of Reynolds. Reynolds gets him straight back. That's what I was talking about. You make the overtaking move and you just leave the door open. Higgins is now 4th. Makes the move on the inside of Callum Boyson. Goodness me, he's absolutely rocketing through the field. We are not even at half distance yet. This is an absolutely romping drive from Matthew Higgins. So out in front, it's still Collins and Williams, and they are very close together. Third place is Archie Walker. Fourth place now is Matthew Higgins. 10 places made up. Oh, there's the mistake from Collins. He drifts out wide. Williams takes advantage. That's cutting the fine line. I think he actually went airborne as he came over the curbs. We'll have to have another look at that, I think. Here he is. Let's have a look. Whoa, that's an awful lot of curb taken. Goodness me, Jez, you were motivated to get through. But look at how quickly Higgins is making ground on Archie Walker for third position. He's making up so much time. And this curb hopping, this is an Olympic sport in and of itself. Nice moves, guys. Absolutely running the ragged edge. You can see a few people there deciding that the grass is their friend, just going a little bit over the apron. But it's a fascinating line that the drivers are taking through there. I think that was Amelia Nelson just going through the shot. Goodness me, she's made some good progress as well. Still a great battle up front. Williams in front of Collins. This is an absolutely frenetic duel between these two. Now that Williams is hit the front. Oh, we've got someone in trouble. It's somebody parked up and done for the day. This is the kind of race where you do get a few drivers spat off to the sidelines. We've lost Declan Russell and Jack Meakin, I noticed, so that's going to be, I think, Russell's kart being pulled away from the circuit. Great battles and duels through the field. This is a nice little tussle. Amelia Nelson dueling away here with Ethan Leader. Now, Nelson has had a pretty stop-start season, but you can't deny that one of the local lassies doing a grand job in 2020. Nice move for third on Archie Walker there from Matthew Higgins. So Higgins moves his way into third position, and that is at the halfway point, so he's still got plenty of time to move forward. 11 done, 11 left. And the battle's still raging all the way through the field. I want to pick up Amelia Nelson again. There she is, right in behind Ethan Leader as they duel away for position. Looks like Gornall's made the move on the inside of one. Will it be two? Careful! Goodness me, that is as close as you can get to an accident without actually having one. Look at that. That's a bit of paint swapped. And well done to Amelia Nelson. She almost got involved in what could have been a monumental accident, but she read it so well. She backed off the throttle and got straight back on the front fairing, rear fairing, of Gornall. Nicely done. Higgins in third. Look how close he is to Collins already. He's already trying to get his way into second position, battling away as he makes the bid for second position up the inside into Hans Hepp, and he's got it. Oh, and that's Kitching. Kitching's gone in the background. Oh, Archie Kitching has spun. He was battling with Matty Hindley. So that's not gone well at all for Archie Kitching. He spins out of 8th position. And that's absolutely devastating luck for him. But at the same time, Higgins makes the move to second and is now setting off after that man up front, Jez Williams. So Williams leads the way. Higgins in second from Collins. This is the battle further back. This is Archie Walker now having lost out to Callum Voisin, and there goes Tristan Rennie. Oh, big slide, but he gets through over the curbs. Brilliantly done. And that's a lovely lunge on the inside line there from the 37 of Callum Green, who dances through, but loses ground immediately. That just shows you how tough it is to get the overtake into Billy's Blind, because the car drifts out wide naturally. Yellow flags are out, and that I'm fairly sure is still for Kitching being recovered. So big problem there for him. His weekend has come to a premature end. But it's Williams, Higgins and Collins, then Voisin, Walker, Rennie, Will Walker, Maddie Hindley is in 8th, then Horton and Reynolds. There's the 42, that is Ryan Willis, who's trying to get into the top 10. But it's a big battle for that position at the moment. Now, is this a back marker? This could be a problem. Jez Williams has caught right up to the back of Amelia Nelson, who's had some kind of mechanical issue. Either that or she got into an incident, because she was battling very well indeed in the midfield, but the drivers have just got to cut through on the inside line. No blue flags shown, but then blue flags are a rarity in karting. I know for a fact on the international scene they hold a blue flag and a red with a red cross across it on occasion, and only in the final when a slower driver needs to get out of the way and get off the racetrack as they're causing problems, but it's only what happens on the international scene. Here's that battle for the midfield, as we've still got this tantalising squabble. 37 Callum Green and 74 Noah Hadley, with Rito Kamata in the mix there as well. So the leaders have got through, and Amelia Nelson pulls off into the pits to retire. That's a shame. It must be mechanical related then. What a shame. This was meant to be a great opportunity for her, and the mechanical failure takes her out of the battle. Rather unfortunate for Amelia Nelson, one of the many fast women charging their way through the British karting scene. So Jez Williams, Matthew Higgins, Harrison Collins in third, trying to hang on in front of Callum Boyson, and Higgins makes the move for the lead from P14. He's made it work to the front, and he's got time still, a good 5 laps in hand to push away and get a decent gap to Jez Williams. But what a comeback. It's so tough to do in a final from the midfield, even if you've got the pace. Clay Pigeon is one of the shortest circuits in Britain at this level. It's so hard to pull off these overtaking moves in quick succession. So this is a mammoth job that Matthew Higgins has done to work his way back to the front. Absolutely awe-inspiring. So Jez Williams second, Harrison Collins third from Voisin, Archie Walker, Tristan Rennie and Will Walker. Matty Hinchley not able to run with these guys up at the front end of the field yet. He's going to run out of time to catch up to them, maybe in the momentum. If he's looked after the tyres well, he could have some fast laps to try and gain some ground again. There's Archie Walker. I think he's going to look at this one as perhaps a missed opportunity from the front row of the grid initially, third on the grid I should say initially, and got through to second early. It's just not quite worked out. There's Hinchley, still running in front of Harley Horton, and then the battle for 10th is between Reynolds and Willis, with Sam Gornall not far away. So out in front, Matthew Higgins ahead of Jez Williams. They come off the final turn, down the main straight. And this is going to be a tough battle. 3 laps to go. Can Williams get back on terms with Higgins, or has the momentum swung very much in favour of the Dan Holland racing driver? Meanwhile, can Tristan Rennie sustain this from Archie Walker? Walker seems to have looked after his tyres in the last couple of laps, so he might have a little bit more grip. And that's definitely going to pay dividends. It's how you win and lose races. These last 3 or 4 laps, you've got to push your way through the field, but these are 22-lap races. You've got to look after the tyres as well, because you can't just push and go billy-o. If you push the tyres too hard, they won't last the last 2 or 3 laps, and you'll tumble down the field. 2 laps to go. Higgins looks as though he's blended it perfectly with aggression, great overtaking moves, and rhythmic metronomic pace that doesn't burn out the tyres too hard. It's that perfect balance. You've just got to find it. It's so hard when you've got so many ultra-competitive racers out there who are looking for the same advantage, and we're talking thousandths of a second that you've got to find to get the decent setup, not hundreds. So into the final turn and into the final lap comes Matthew Higgins. An amazing drive. 14th position. 14th to the podium would be impressive, but 14th to the win is quite astonishing here at Clay Pigeon, where it's not a particularly long circuit. There are overtaking places, of course, but you've really got to put out something special to go from the 7th row to the top step of the podium. And Matthew Higgins looks like he's got the measure of Jez Williams. Williams is still pushing hard to try and find that little bit extra, but he's too far back. Higgins with the fastest lap, of course, on his way to the victory. 14th to 1st. Not many drivers can say they've ever done that at Clay Pigeon in a Rotax Festival final. Higgins does it in amazing fashion. Terrific drive. Williams in second. Collins in third. Epic racing in Junior Rotax. That was sensational. Callum Voisin only a 2.5 seconds from the victory himself. Tristan Rennie 5th. Archie Walker in 6th ahead of William Walker. Harley Horton. Matty Hinchley in 9th. Good fight back from him. And Harry Reynolds likewise after a tricky race in 10th position. But what a drive from Matthew Higgins.
Matty, both of us have got a long trip back to Wales, but you're the one with the trophies. Just talk us through your weekend.
Yeah, it was a really good weekend, showed good pace. Won the first heat, and then I think we were third in the second heat and won the third on track. But then due to a penalty, which isn't really in the rules, we had to start 14th for the final and then picked them all off one by one and then got to lead on the last lap.
Just explain the feeling in a final like that. Big final, a lot at stake, lots of nice prizes. You're starting 14th and then you're starting to pick them off. Let's say you get to about 6th. What's the feeling like?
Just got to stay focused, and the team have been telling me all weekend to stay calm, and so I did and got the result in the end.
Okay, well done. Who do you want to thank for your weekend?
I'd like to thank my mum, dad, my family. Massive thanks to Time Engines for the waft and DHR for the mega setups.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
Great memories to look back on forever on YouTube for Higgins. Next up, it's 177 and Masters.